Proverbs 14:23. All hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. Effort. I want to talk about effort. Of course, it's something that we combat every day. We have a choice every day. So here we go. So you wake up fully rested, fully recharged, and I show up and I say, hey, I got a project. Okay, I mean, pretty vague. Like, what's the project? There's a lot of questions that start to appear, and they start to reveal your intentions, your capability for effort, and, your purpose. So, one of the first questions that might come to mind is, okay, your project. Yeah, well, what's in it for me? How long is it going to take? How many do you have? How much are you going to pay me? How often? How you doing?
Good. You doing a podcast or something?
Just a daily devotional. I got 10 minutes on the soup inside, so.
Okay.
But I'll be back to do one for Miss Stories too. Peanut butter milkshake.
Hey, we not open on Sunday.
Okay, well, I'll be back tomorrow then.
All
Or the next day. These are unscripted and not rehearsed, and that is one of the coolest parts. So I just had a gentleman come up and say, you all right? You doing a podcast? Kinda, I guess. Okay, so how much? How often? And you're really getting those things to figure out, is it worth my time? And we have to make that decision, am I more valuable than what he's asking me? Or am I good at that? Do I know anything about it? Maybe it's who's it for? Maybe it's why? Or, what method do you want me to use on this project? Or maybe it's, do I get a retry? All of these questions come up when we're faced with a job or a task or an act of service. It could be something small around the house and you haven't gotten to it yet because there's not much in it for you, or that you're not going to get paid to do it, or you just don't see any value in that task, and you need effort in order to complete it, but you just can't find the effort. You can't find the will to pursue it. And I don't have the answers. God has the answers. I think God loves you and He's preparing you for something or your calling. And we're going to diagnose effort a little bit more. So, do you need ultimatums in order to display effort? Does it have to be done just in the nick of time in order for you to complete the task? Yes, I'm hinting at procrastination. I am king procrastinator. You could call me Mr. Procrastinator if you wanted to. I feel like I'm doing better at that, but there was once a time where I'm just so go with the flow that I'm only going to do tasks if I have to do them. What I realized is that I'm not good at being negatively motivated. I am much better at being positively motivated. I like words of affirmation. I like pats on the back. I like the three main things that are going to help you be positively motivated, which are mastery, autonomy, and purpose. I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm going to ask you to figure out, are you positively motivated or are you negatively motivated? Do you have to have a chip on your shoulder and something to prove in order to complete the task? Or are you completing the task for words of affirmation and positive feedback?